Thank you, Jamie. Next up, we have Cameron Power. I think that's a very appropriate name considering tonight's topic. Cameron's the chair of Sustainable Energy Now, an organization working to raise awareness of how a mix of renewable energy technologies are able to meet all of WA's energy needs. Background in engineering, Cameron has studied wave energy and is now actively involved in mobilizing the community around renewable energy. Please join me in welcoming Cameron.
I'm just wondering, everyone can hear me if I stand here?
Yeah.
Yep, beautiful. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Cameron Power, and as I just heard, I'm the chair of Sustainable Energy Now. Now we're a community group owned by the community for the community, and we're an apolitical, independent think tank for renewable energy based here in Perth. So tonight I've been asked to talk about what each of you can do right this second. So not a plan for the future, and not a community organisation, but you as an individual. What can you do right now to encourage the uptake of renewable energy right here in Perth? But before I do that, I'd like to give you a little bit of a history lesson, if you will, just to show you that humanity has changed the way we've used energy a number of times, right up until we hit this transition point that has been the theme of tonight's talks. So I'll start here with fire. This stuff brought us down from the trees. We made a conscious decision to use it because it kept us safe, it kept us warm, it stopped us getting eaten in the night. It made us human. And we carried on with this stuff for a very long time, becoming tribal, before we found this stuff. Now this is a jar of collie coal. We found this stuff and it had such an abundant energy source in such a small package. We loved it. In fact, this one here that I'm holding holds roughly 2.5 weeks worth of hard manual labour. That represented a lot of energy back then. To put it another way, it's about 17 of these sexy hunks working for you. In fact, we loved it so much, we based an entire civilization around the assumption that we would have this in perpetuity. As we know, that is not the case. And it has a rather dark side. What I'd like to argue is that it's time for humanity to make that change one last time. Just one. But this time, let's make it safe. Let's make it environmentally friendly, ethical. Let's make it clean. And please, let's make it sustainable. And we have all the technologies we need right now to make this happen, make this a reality. And as they've said, my colleagues previously, we've done this, we're doing this. And to give you a bit of security to know that, does anyone know when the first home went 100% sustainable? No? 1887. Over 100 years ago. This man, James Blythe, in fact, this is the first wind turbine, Jamie. He made his house 100% sustainable, rather by accident, just to power the lights in his house. But that's my first tidbit for you all. Go green. And that doesn't mean become a vegetarian, start composting and riding an electric scooter. That might just be me. But I mean, change the way you think. Realise that if you convert your thinking, you can do this right now. And it's as simple as a phone call to your energy provider. You can power your house right now. With a click of a button, everything in your house will become 100% renewable energy. And before you go, wow, that might cost me an arm and a leg. In Perth, this is the price of a cup of coffee. Who here thinks they drink too much coffee? Who here thinks they could drink one less coffee a week? I think that's me. You can do that here. And it's as simple as supply and demand. Every time you do this, you change the money flowing to coal to the money flowing to renewable energy. And it encourages that in our community, which is a wonderful thing to do. We heard a little bit about the uptake of solar a across Australia, it's been absolutely astronomical. It has exploded through the roof of these charts and quite literally onto our roofs. Does anyone know where this place is? I heard Mandurah, you're right, that's the Mandurah Bridge. I'll let you in on a secret. I'm from Mandurah. I don't often say that because there's not many reasons why I'm proud of it, but today I stand up here incredibly proud of the city I grew up in. And that is because we have the largest uptake of solar energy than anywhere else in the state. In fact, we come fourth in Australia. The suburb, not that you can read it from there, Coodanup, has the highest uptake in Australia of solar, hot water and PV systems. Now, these are not people that I would ordinarily describe as environmentalists. They drive big cars, they have big houses, they have big boats, they have big vocabularies that are really not ones you use around your parents and kids. But they do it because it makes sense. If you put a 3 kilowatt system on your house right now, you'll cut roughly 80% of the average household power bill. This is financial sense, let alone all the moral and ethical reasons you could do this for. So the next point is install solar. If you own a home, put it on your roof. If you rent, encourage the people you rent with to put it on your roof. It'll save you money and it will save the environment. And the final one is probably the most important tidbit that I can give you tonight. And that is, I want you all to win the conversation. Now that means when you've done those first 2 steps, and you will love doing those first 2 steps, you tell people about it. You talk about it over the barbecue. Whether you think you will or will not, you will. You will love it. You'll go out there and you will discuss with it. You need to educate yourself so that when the people come back at you, you can deal with the deniers. Because they are a curse on this happening right now. But that doesn't happen all on its own as a community groundswell unless in a democracy we deal with the politics. Which means that not only do you talk to your friends, your neighbours, join community wind farms, you need to tell your MPs, your senators. And I'm going to give you a 2-step process to make that the most easy thing in the world. In fact, Al Gore taught me how to do it. Step 1. Oh, before I start, there's a caveat to this. You must be completely genuine when you do it. And second, you must do both steps. Step 1. Dear Sir, Madam Politician, if you support the renewable energy target, the Clean Energy Finance Corporation, CCA, you name it, if you support the clean energy legislation bills, I will do everything in my power to help you get elected. I will campaign with you, I'll write letters to the editor, I'll volunteer, I'll be by your side, I'll wear those t-shirts. Do not promise anything that you will not be willing to give to that candidate. They will know it and you will hate yourself. Step 2, and you must follow up. Dear Sir, Madam Politician, if you do not put solar panels on your roofs, support the Clean Energy Finance Corporation, you name it, I will do everything in my power to make sure you do not get your seat. I will campaign against you. I will lock on at your Parliament House. I will volunteer against you. I will help the other guy. And then, the crucial part of all of that, follow through. Make sure that you do those steps. If you're doing that, you'll encourage your neighbours, your community, and your MPs, your senators, our government, to support renewable energy across Australia, let alone right here in WA. And finally, I wouldn't be chair of Sen if I didn't say that I feel like we do this really quite well. And if you want to know how to do this better, or you want to do it more common, come up and see me, come and talk to me about it. Join us, and we'll show you the way forward, give you the information, arm you with the knowledge to be able to do this in your community right now. So remember, go green, install solar, and win the conversation. Thank you very much.